Sometimes, hate doesn't begin with a wound, but with an imagined superiority. It starts where the sense of being above, however slight, takes root. Sometimes just half a step. But that half step can turn into a gap where one human no longer sees another as human. No one says, "I am superior," but the mind is always comparing and silently judges. Superiority is the belief that I or we are more worthy, more enlightened, more civilized, and the others, not really. This mindset doesn't always arrive with loud slogans. Sometimes it hides behind patronizing smiles, sometimes in ignoring the other, or in violating a right without the slightest guilt. But this isn't just a mindset. It's a mental bias, a distortion in judgment that unconsciously places me at the center of the world and sees others as marginal, insignificant, or even less human. The roots of these feelings of superiority lie not in real strength, but in our hidden fears and insecurities. When the mind refuses to face its own weakness, it creates a mask of superiority to survive, to navigate uncertainty. In truth, superiority is a psychological defense against the feeling of worthlessness. And that defense slowly becomes a worldview, a lens through which we perceive people as unequal. Superiority breeds prejudice, inaccurate, stereotyped, and often unfair judgments of others. When someone believes he is above, he sees no need to truly know the others. And when the others remain unknown, the mind allows itself to fear them, mock them, erase them, or even harm them. This is where hate begins, not from rage, but from devaluing another human, not from war, but from superiority. When one ethnicity sees itself as more civilized, another's culture becomes primitive. When one gender claims more logic, the other's emotions become weakness. When one language is viewed as global, the other becomes irrelevant. When one race sees itself as superior, the other becomes subordinate. When one religion sees itself as absolute truth, the other's faith becomes superstition. When someone considers only their compatriots as us, the rest become outsiders. And even when someone sees only their worldview as complete, the other becomes ignorant. All of this comes from a mind that doesn't know and doesn't want to know. These corrosive ideas spread slowly, yet systematically and daily, from the home, from the media, from religious preachers, from politicians, and even from schools, places that should enlighten the mind. And the result? A silent hate, but a deep one. A hatred whose single sentence has sometimes laid the groundwork for the greatest historical and social tragedies. We're always comparing, but sometimes we must ask, this half step above, where is it really? Does it even exist? And is it worth seeing another human as less than us? Recognizing this mental trap helps us understand where hate comes from, so when anger and division rise, we are ready to stop it, not to fuel it mindlessly. In a world where everyone wants to rise above, perhaps only those who lower themselves still see everyone as human, as their fellow beings,